Okay, so warm welcome to this, the first episode of my new vodcast. You may be asking, why the hell am I doing a vodcast? Well, it's going to be a bit different from other ones. There'll be no filtering, there'll be no editing, there'll be no special fancy lighting. In fact, I look like I'm in a hostage situation, let's be honest. It's literally, I watch pundits on TV, I listen to guys on the radio, all talking about football. I see YouTubers talking about gaming. I thought, well, why not? Let's give it a go. So here we are, with very first football vodcast, episode one. And it needed a name, so I thought long and hard about a name, and of course the best I could come up with, because it's constantly something I'm moaning about in viewing football, is it had to be beat the first man. How many times do I sit there watching matches when crosses don't beat the first man, or corners don't beat the first man, and you'll literally hear me whinging about the fact of it all the time. The great thing about this is it's not going to be edited. So at any stage, the door could open, someone could walk in, the mobile could go off. So that's how it's going to be. I'm not going to make this any fancy. I might start adding a little bit of music or a bit of video clips here and there, but it's just for a bit of a laugh, and hopefully you'll all enjoy it. And every now and then I'll probably have to look down to my right, because that's where my notes are, because I'll never remember all this shit, let's be honest. So looking down to my right. So the first part of the podcast is going to be what we're going to be beautifully called the Shouty Little Man. So there's two things. If you look on your car, if you've got a voice activated system at all for sat nav or anything like that, you'll see a picture of a shouty little man. And of course, I am a little man, and this is going to be me being a shouty little man without the shouting. So what am I going to be a shouty little man about this week? Well, one of my biggest bugbears in modern football, and there's so many, dear God, there's so many, I could be here all day, is socks over the knees. When did that become a thing? When I was growing up, it was roll your socks down to your ankles, because that was cool. That was what all the flashy, inspirational, jazzy wingers used to do. But no, now all of a sudden it's become a thing to pull the socks up over your knees. It's odd. It doesn't do anything. What does it do? Keep your knees warm? Protect your knees a little bit? Let's face it, it's only a flimsy bit of material. It's not going to give you any real great protection. So socks over the knees is fast becoming a massive pet hate. And most of you will know anyway, I'm a Leeds United fan. One of our best players, Pablo Hernandez, wears his socks over his knees. Drives me insane. There's just no need for it. One thing that this will bring out is that I am, let's face it, a middle-aged man moaning about modern football and wishing it was back how it used to be back in the day. So there you go. There's the first shouty little man of this series of the vodcast. There will be a few regular features. Every now and then we'll probably, to be honest with you, just rant on about something that's happened during the week. Every now and then it will just be things that have gone on in the week and my opinions on them, to be honest. If you don't like my opinions on them, you don't have to watch. You can hit the stop button. If you do like it, fab. Please subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Please like it. Please recommend it to your friends. Hopefully in time we'll develop it a bit further, that we can do Zoom calls and get a few more people involved, you know, guys that just like to talk about football, or girls that like to talk about football, and make this a bit of fun really, as much as anything else. So I want to do a little thing called Tales of the Unexpected. If only someone had thought of that as a TV programme, maybe with like a dancing silhouette of a woman as like the screen titles. All I can say, kids, if you don't understand or you're too young, just go and look it up. So this is stories in football that have happened this week that you might not have seen, that just caught my interest. I thought they were quite amusing, or just something that I felt I should share with people that wouldn't have spotted it. So yesterday, so that was Wednesday night, was the first round of the Cyprus Cup. Now, I'm a little bit different from most people. Most people love to see a cup shock. I like it the other way around. I like it if a little team draws a big team and the big team absolutely annihilates them, certain clubs accepted. So imagine the delight of the supporters, and I'm going to have to look down because I can't remember the name of this team, of second division Cypriot team Kouris Eremis, who drew the plum tie of AEK Larnaca at home in the first round of the Cyprus Cup. So there they are, probably delighted with the draw. I don't know if fans are allowed in the stadiums in Cyprus or not, but even so, surely an exciting time for those dedicated followers of Kouris. So, of course, the only real thing to do is tell you the score and how it went for little Kouris on their big day in the Cup. And let's face it, Kouris are only a second division side, so we're only talking the equivalent of a championship team playing a Premier League team. So, you would think that they've probably got half a sniff on the day. So the final score on that game in the first round of the Cyprus Cup, Kouris Eremis 0, AEK Larnaca 11. That's the kind of football score we like to see in a cup tie. And just to really rub salt in the wounds, 34-year-old French striker Florian Tolomesse, probably pronounced like completely different to how I've just pronounced it, helped himself to 4 goals. Put it into perspective, when he played a season in 2010 at some French side, he scored 4 goals all season. So clearly, old Florian has had a bit of a field day yesterday. So there you go. So we'll try and find one of these each week. Sometimes they'll be in the UK. Sometimes we'll find something. More often than not, it'll be really out of this world things that we find, things from far-flung countries and second division games in Bolivia and stuff like that. That's the idea anyway. So which leads us on to probably what is going to be the ultimate humiliation for me as the season goes on. So I've decided to call it knowledge versus guesswork. So those of you who know my wife, she's not a big football fan. She got a little bit into Leeds United at the end of the season, at the start of this season, because obviously there was so much riding on the last few games and it was exciting and she could see the joy it brought. So she got quite into it. So we've decided that we're going to have a little competition on predicting the scores each week on a selected game. So to give her a bit more of a fighting chance this week, I have given her a Leeds game because she knows a little bit. And she did ask me for a little bit of inside information in terms of results against this team previously and stuff like that. So, but basically we're going to go 3 points if it's the correct score and 1 point if you get the correct result. So the game we chose is this weekend's big West Yorkshire derby, or Yorkshire derby, sorry, between Sheffield United and Leeds United, being played on Sunday lunchtime. So I rather cautiously have gone for a 1-1 draw. If you really pushed me, I do think we'll beat them. But I've gone for a 1-1 draw. I just get the feeling Sheffield will probably grab something out of the game, having lost their first 2 games this season. However, Tracy very confidently is called Leeds winning it. So she's gone for Sheffield United 1, Leeds 2. I will give her the thing that she did deliberate over 2-2, but she's gone for 2-1 to Leeds. So we'll see how that pans out on the weekend. And at the end of the season, we'll obviously have a tally up of the result and see where we are. I've made no promises to give her anything if she wins. There's no prizes at stake. Clearly, there's a lot of pride at stake for me. If I lose this, I will never hear the end of it. So that is essentially the Beat the First Man vodcast. They're only going to be 10, 15-minute episodes. This was the first one. I'm going to send out to a few guys and girls on Messenger and links through text messages, and I'd really love your feedback on what you thought of it, whether it's something that you would listen to each week. It will get slicker as I get better at it. I will put some fancy titles on. I probably will put a theme tune to it. I will learn how to write at the bottom of the screen, or the top of the screen, or the bottom of the screen, the email details and the Twitter details. So the one thing I would like you to do though, guys, is to, when you do get the link and you watch it on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. That's the thing that can make all the difference and the thing that I can push it out to more people. Let's be honest, I'm not going to make millions out of this. I'm not even going to make probably £1. So just the fact of getting likes and subscribers would be good. If you do want to email in about anything or put anything on the agenda or just ask some questions, you could have your name read out on the vodcast. Imagine that fame. You can email me at beatfirstman@gmail.com. So that's beatfirstman@gmail.com. And you can follow it on Twitter, which is at beatthefirstma2. So it's at beatthefirstma2. So give me a follow on there and we'll push a few things on that over the week. The idea will be, and here's a classic example where I've got a news headline has popped up in the video, so no doubt that will jump in on the vodcast. So that's the kind of treat you're in for. Top exclusive breaking news as we do this stuff. So as I said, it's not going to be fancy, it's not going to be edited. There's not going to be, this is it, one take only, and then I upload it. No messing about. So hope you all enjoyed it. The plan is we'll do these on a Thursday evening. ready for the weekend's football, so you can get the prediction in for the game of the weekend. Whoever your team's got this weekend, good luck. If you're a Sheffield United fan and you're watching this, no good luck. See you soon. Take care.